G'day, it's Jamie, and welcome to Where's My Yowie. Today, I'm talking to Peter about his UFO sightings and his UFO footage that he's taken. So we'll get into it. Welcome, Peter. How are you going?
Hey Jamie, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Okay, so tell me about your sightings.
Um, my first sighting was in Sydney. That was January the 27th, and
In
my
2014, yep.
yeah 2014, yeah exactly, and that was in Woollahra. So I was living in Sydney back then, and yeah, that was my first big UFO that I can tell everyone about it. Because it was clearly a UFO. And yeah, I was outside with my telescope that I just got from Christmas. So yeah, I was trying to just get get some stars and try to get used to it. And yeah, all of a sudden this white light, orangey whitish light appear on my I would say at 3 o'clock. Um, um, yeah, maybe 500 meters. Um, then I was trying to rationalize was a helicopter. It wasn't, obviously, because you couldn't see any navigation lights. It
Mm,
was not a plane, and that thing started to go um, over just from my shoulder, like as if I'm speaking, like looking over my shoulder and then going towards my front view, and at the same time was dropping, like kind of hovering and going down and getting bigger. That orangey
wow.
uh, light was getting big and hovering, and so I was thinking, oh, is everyone seeing this, or is just me? But I felt kind of in a bubble, so it's just me and that object. And then I had my telescope on my lap, and I thought, okay, that's the time if you spot it now, you'll see obviously what's the shape or something, because you couldn't get the shape out of it.
Yep,
But then my second thought was instantly, no, you're not trained enough to just follow something, because I couldn't even spot a star. So I was like, I'm not going to spot something that's moving.
yeah.
So with the time, I was able, but not that night.
Mm,
And so I just stared at it, and this thing reached kind of like a bottom, top, like a moment that it was hovering, and then it started to go up. And yeah, that was in the middle of Sydney, so I could see even Westfield, the signs on Westfield at the Bondi Junction, over like high in the sky. So
yep,
this thing was a little bit over the top of a building, high as that, but closer to me, not on top of the building.
right.
Um, uh, and this thing started to go up and starting to kind of like get out of orbit, as if, but it took like kind of 2 minutes going zigzagging and getting smaller, and the light was kind of dimming, and um, yeah, at some point it looked like another star, but I knew that it was no star because I could follow it all the way from when it was at 3 o'clock, over the top, going down and then going up, no noise, and yeah, this thing I lost. I
Right.
stayed there like 2 minutes looking at it, and yeah, straight away I call a friend back home, overseas, just to tell him, because it was night time. So and I thought I need to tell anyone,
Yeah,
somebody.
cool.
So yeah, that was the first one. And then the same year, December the 30th,
Yep, at the same spot.
2014, same spot, same bench, the same little park, Woollahra. Yeah, it was same time, around 10 p.m. And the same thing, out of my right corner of my eyes, kind of the same spot where I saw the first UFO. This thing just crossed the sky so quick. At the beginning, it looked like a kind of like a buzzing light, and
Right.
then it was on top of me like less than half a second, and I could see clearly through it, and it was very low. It really scared me this time. It went just towards where the moon was at that night, which
Right. So it's like translucent was what you.
yes, and a neck breaker, super quick.
Right. Wow.
Well, and I was with my telescope again that night, but I packed my things and went went home.
Yeah.
It was not a good feeling.
Right.
Very different from the first.
Yeah, right.
Because it was lower and the kind of an organic and translucent and kind of a teardrop shape.
Wow.
Super fast. It's like this thing is not like a classic metallic thing that you expected from a UFO.
Right. Cool.
So yeah, and then I moved to Brisbane in 2015. In Brisbane, around February, March, I saw lots of UFOs in the same spot. I was living back then in my parents-in-law, and south side, around Algester Road. Yeah, and there's so many. I had to just read the first one.
This was
Yeah,
a
that was the
teardrop.
well, yeah, that's the teardrop plasma that fell down from some kind of I don't know where from, but and that's the one that's why I contacted you because I heard Rod's story.
Yeah. Well, that's Rod's UFOs counters I did on my channel. He saw the same thing. I've contacted him about it, and he's pretty amazed about it.
Yeah, and it was the same. There was this kind of white plasma that fell really out of nowhere, but I could see it. It was just a blink of an eye. You could have missed it if I was looking some other. It was really on the tip of my eye as well. It was just really that I looked, saw something there, like it's just like when it went, and yeah, it was mind-boggling. I was like, what? Because it was very fast, and
Yeah.
my brain, tries to rationalize everything, and I was expecting a UFO somewhere. That was just it touched. It kind of looked that it disappeared before touching the treetops of the area where.
Yeah, right.
It was like a kind of foresty area.
Were you tempted to go and have a look for it?
No, that night. You mean no?
No.
I was late.
Right.
And it's a scary area. I wouldn't go there on my own. It's very quiet, suburban, and and then there was all the sightings at Callumvale. Yeah, the pulsating red light hovering over a house for a while.
Wow.
And then my child was born the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. That's anything to do with it, but what else? And then a white orb just during the day, just rounded the house around 2:30 p.m. Around April, I think, 2015.
Wow.
And it was white, and so you could see it white against the blue sky. And then when it went through a cloud, it became like grayish, that white.
Wow.
Because the back maybe it was because kind of as well translucent. I don't know, but that I remember perfectly because it was. And then it came. Then it went back to the white the blue background from the sky, and then it back to white. And then when it was just very away from me, it looked like it was kind of shifting, shape shifting into kind of a bird, flapping wings, and very strange.
That is strange.
Yeah, but it was very far away.
Right.
The orb was there for sure. Then it became a bird, or it was just a bird that it was there, and you didn't see it, and then it could, your mind plays with you sometimes. But anyway, that was another one. And then overseas in Europe, back home in Spain, some other sightings. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into them. This one was in June in 2015 at Barcelona, at your parents' house. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, that was. I was actually with my telescope because I put it in it's a small telescope, so I would bring it back to Europe when I would go there, so I could see the stars, and I like astronomy.
Yep.
And so I was watching at Saturn, and it was really low, and you could see the rings, and the moon was there as well, pretty good, pretty bright. And I I remember perfectly. I got like kind of flashes of light. That with the time you learn that I've learned that there's a lot of iridium. I think it's called iridium satellites that they just go around and they flash, and lots of things up there.
Right.
But these things, I thought I gotta go inside and get my wife to see it. So yeah, I went inside, and I remember I was just waiting for my wife to get out of the shower, and then I was like, yeah, quick, I want to show you something. And when she saw the Saturn rings, obviously, but I knew that something was going to happen. And yeah, after she's watching the telescope, there was a light on top of us, came and flashed, and she saw it as well as me, and it kind of like moved left to right, but really like wiggling.
Yep.
And then it did a big glow of light, and super bright, like a little supernova.
Wow.
And then back to like nothing was there.
Mm.
Bright, like the night was really clear. And then she said, what was that? And I said, that's a hello.
Ah, that's cool.
And it's like, yeah, good. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's
very,
it's cool that you got to show your wife.
my interpretation, obviously.
Yeah, but it's good that you got to show your wife, so like you can prove that you're not going mad.
Yeah, exactly right. I think that was a little bit of what was happening. A little bit of get obsessed. Everyone gets obsessed with these things when you start to see
Yeah.
lights in the sky.
Mm. Yeah.
And what was that? Next ones were in the coast, up the coast in Spain.
Costa Brava, 2019.
That's 19. That was really like nut and bolt ones.
Yeah.
It was, we saw. I saw a green light on the building where we were staying in an apartment on the beach, and the mountain is in the back, and
Yep.
the sea's in the front. So I was in the back, and I saw this little light that looked like a drone because it was really low. And sometimes there's drones around the beach just filming, and this green light, and it started moving to the just across the building and to the front of where the sea is.
Yeah.
Really quick, and so I went just across the little apartment and just went to the balcony where you can see the sea, and this thing was on top of the building, but in front, on top of the sea,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of flashing, and all of a sudden just took off to south direction, and in a blink of an eye, it did like some green lights along, but it just as if you move a mouse in the screen on your computer,
Yeah.
left to right. Imagine that so there's no friction of air or nothing. It's like
Wow.
and just at the same time flashing
Wow.
green light. So it's like boom, it did like I don't know, maybe 5 k's in less than a second.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was like, what is that? And my wife was there, and my daughter was there as well. And then I grabbed my binoculars and looked at the green light because I could see it as well, but down south. And then I saw another a red light added to the while I was looking at through the binoculars. So,
Wow.
and it looked like red light as if it appeared from out of nowhere, and it was chasing the green light.
Wow.
Or it could be that the green light then had a red light out of the sun. But yeah, because it looked like the feeling was they're trying to intercept that green light because it was so obvious. It was so like on your face. Somebody's looking at that. But yeah, people in the beach, it's a bit of the summer, but people are just busy doing their own things.
Yep.
So yeah, and on the beach we've seen a lot of red lights hovering on the beach.
Wow.
Not on the beach, on the water. Like
Right.
we see it from the because we have like views like straight to the sea, so we can see it. And several times that we've seen through our binoculars, me and my wife, we're having a wine at night there and enjoying the views. And yeah.
Right. That's cool.
And I think that's there was a couple of other ones that with my father and my wife as well. We saw in Barcelona big light with little light around it, like turning around and very high up
Right.
in the morning, like 10:30 in the morning.
Right.
Just yeah,
Cool.
some other ones, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to the footage one now.
Hmm.
And so if you could tell us about
Well, I
where
recall
was it
Brisbane, Brisbane, south
and
side.
this year, was
Uh,
it?
yeah, yeah,
So
this year.
2021 and about what, January you just
In
saw?
January, I saw it twice. I think, and then I saw it again another day. And I don't remember the one that you have is the one from January. I don't think so. It's another one.
Right.
But it's from the last 3 4 months.
Right.
The one that you see there, and yeah, these objects are always look like they're low, and they're very like long, elongated, and the same shape in each frame.
Yeah. Well, you've got the one that's like sort of hovering on the left.
Yeah, that I saw later.
Right. And that doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
No, it's kind of very high up,
Yeah.
and then the other one that just darts like super fast, and I got that same kind of cigar-shaped thing several times on
Right.
a camera, on a phone. Um, it's always the same length, the same structure.
Yeah. Well, that's like I've slowed it down, and we're watching like the slowed down version as well as the original. And in the slowed down version, that is just moving way too fast.
Yeah, and I always just like that.
Yeah.
I always like that. They don't go slow,
Yeah.
slower than that.
That is amazing.
And then they turn. Sometimes they turn like that super fast. They can do like 90 angle turns without losing pretty much the shape of that what you see.
Yeah. Right.
Just kind of bend a little bit and pip, and yeah. And it's always I caught him always when the sun is going down. It's like around 6-ish now.
Right.
5 to 6 in winter.
Hmm.
Summer maybe, no, maybe later, 6 to 7 in summer. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder what why it's the time. It's weird.
I don't know. It looks like the camera gets better during the when the sun is shining.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I
During
understand.
the
Yeah.
daytime, there's no way I could see that
Yeah.
because it's kind of like it's solid, but you see it's not.
Yeah. Well, it's like
It goes so fast.
it's
Like,
cigar shaped and it is moving super fast.
and
Yeah.
at the beginning, the first time I saw it, I thought it was high up with planes on. I was like, oh, that's dangerous. But I think it's lower and it looks like kind of a creature or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Or UFO, I don't know.
no, it's really strange. It's really strange. I'm so glad you've shared all this with me. I'm jealous of you because I've never seen a UFO and I really want to see.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I know. Yeah, I've seen. Well, this is funny because I'm gonna bag you for the same reason you can bag me. You've seen too many UFOs, and that's why I haven't seen one because you've seen the ones that I should have seen, and I've seen two Yowies. So if you want to see a Yowie, you can and haven't, you can blame me because I've seen two.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's about the environment you're in. Yeah, I'm constantly watching up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, I've spent years. I used to be a merchant seaman at sea, right? And we'd be out in the middle of nowhere, and I'd be on watch of a night time looking for ships in the dark. And I used to spend most of my time looking upwards in the sky because it was so beautiful and crystal clear, in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. I've seen like a meteor, and that's about it, and like hundreds of fallen stars, but I've never seen, anything really strange or unusual. So
Wow.
consider yourself lucky you've seen more than one UFO, that's for sure. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Okay, well, you got anything more to add?
no. Just thanks for
Yeah, well, thanks very much for doing this, Peter. It's been really fantastic talking to you. Okay, so that's it from me, and I'll get back to you all next time. Bye.